And welcome to episode 61 of the Family Based Pod. My name is Jake.
It's your boy D's Nuts.
Oh my gosh, right off the top.
It's your other boy, Thick Dick Johnson.
Gosh.
And I'm John.
Thank you.
Little Dick John.
Wow. I promise whoever's listening, this is not how it will continue to go, or at least I hope so. All right, so if you are listening, subscribe to wherever you're listening, rate us wherever you're listening, help other people find us. And if you're watching, subscribe, like, comment, do all the stuff you know what to do. And then if you see I'm not sure what it's going to be today, but follow us on TikTok and Instagram, a family-based pod. So this is episode 61 for the podcast. And today, I don't know if you remember, Dallas, today you will induct our next family member into the podcast.
Nice. Good.
Last week, Ben introduced the rapper T.I. to our podcast. So, Dallas, why don't you introduce someone new?
What a joke. What a jokester. I couldn't believe
It's funny because I was sitting with Viv and Rachel on Saturday, the first two inductees into the Hall of Fame, and I got to tell them, I was like, did you guys hear, who got inducted last episode? Who are you guys rubbing shoulders with? And they were mighty impressed. It's a prestigious group. Prestigious group.
It's small so far.
Good for them. Dal, let's see.
Who you got?
I would obviously have to say our moms.
That's such a bullshit answer. Just say you didn't think of one.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. Is just make this a playground like Ben is trying to do. And just hand these awards to people that will never listen to the show. Because T.I. doesn't care.
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that.
Will never listen
T.I. can listen.
Baseball podcast.
You don't know. You don't
busy
know.
Doing other things.
I'm sending this one to him. Okay? Personally sending. He will get one every hour. Just so he can find it.
I really don't.
Dallas, do you want to induct our moms?
Absolutely. That's exactly who I was hoping to do. So thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys.
How about why? There you go.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, why?
Guys, you can get into the whole array of why womanhood
give me a reason.
Celebrated.
Ooh, okay.
All right. They birthed us into this world and made this show possible. How could you not marvel at the beauty of something like that? God. And they also drove us to all of our baseball games and made sure that we had equipment to use. And I don't know, made sure you weren't hungry little fucks running around the bases. Like, they always encouraged us to play ball. They're the reasons that we got into it. And they are the reasons that we lived across the street from each other. But
now your dad and our moms are in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well.
Interesting, though.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You know what?
Well, fuck you.
All right.
Brennan.
All right. Relax, dude. All right. So we're gonna welcome in our moms. Apparently.
Let them know.
All right. So
Your
this
mom goes to the Hall of Fame.
Wow. Oh, gosh, what a great thing to say. On a more actual note for the podcast, John, this is your first time. You know what, John? I don't believe I've ever called you John. I don't know if they've ever called you John.
They for sure have not. You might have, like 15 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna use
maybe though. Hard. Yeah. That's a hard maybe.
Because with the other John, I may have used his last name, but either way.
What'd you call him? Giovanni?
That was just you.
I really don't even understand where that came from. Is that a good story?
No, it's just Dallas not being able to read. That's really what it comes down to.
No idea.
I mean, Bear?
It's from Turkey Bowl. You guys don't remember that? I actually remember the story.
I know, yeah.
It was the first Turkey Bowl with you guys. You heard my name was Johnny. You thought it was Giovanni. Or no, you thought it was John Giovanni. That's what it was. So you wrote Giovanni onto the sheet as to where I was going to play for that game. We were like, who is that? He was like, that's you. And we were like, I'm John. But that was it. And it's
Close.
The rest is history.
Nice. Well, that's how great names are bestowed upon us, I suppose.
What? Not hearing well?
What?
Huh? Yeah, exactly. All right. Gonna go right into the baseball area of the podcast. We're gonna talk about some baseball news of this past week. And that's stuff that we're really gonna spend a lot of time on, but if you guys want to, you guys can add in 2 cents. There are a lot of signings.
I only have a nickel, so you better give me 3 cents back. Boy, I
will
want change.
I want the nickel. All right.
Need all of it with all this inflation going on.
If you guys had comments, feel free to share. Okay. So, first bit of news was that, again, this is minor news. So, Adam Duvall signed with the Red Sox.
Right.
Tommy Pham, who apparently slapped Jock Peterson last year, he's going to the Mets, of all teams. I don't know why, but Tommy Pham to the Mets. Aroldis Chapman to the Kansas City Royals.
Awesome.
That seems like one of those hold them over till the deadline, trade them at the deadline for pieces that we talked about last week with there's somebody that signed one of those kind of deals last week that we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that has to be it because I don't know why they would sign him.
I mean, unless they were offering him money and no one else was offering him money.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't good last year. So
Money, please. Yeah.
just take the money.
Take the money and run. I mean, if because it's all guaranteed.
What's up?
So it's all guaranteed money. So even if he's ass and they cut him, he gets paid.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
if he's
true.
good and they get,
$3.5 million to be bad.
Wow.
I could do that.
I could do that.
Happily. I'll do it for half. Hell.
You cheap fuck. What do you know your worth, Dal? Know your worth.
Didn't we have that conversation? It's like, how much would y'all sell one of your kidneys for?
Dude, my kidneys are worth $0. I have to pay people to take
That
my
is
kidneys.
true. That is fact. Anybody that would listen, Benny's kidneys.
It's like they want my kidneys or if they want Ladner's immune system.
You make money.
Oh, boy.
They're in for a rough time. Throw in Jake's heart and we're fucked.
No, I mean my immune system, my heart, my brain. That's a solid pick. Yeah.
Gotta get the RoboCop over
Yeah,
here.
They would try to like take our kidneys and shit on the black
They'll set his feet. Can we? I'm not getting past Dallas. He said my feet.
I'm adding to this human body.
You got fucked up feet?
I don't know. I'm just trying to fucking contribute. All you guys are.
I would say
perfect. I'm sorry, you
just
have anything
named
wrong with you.
I would say Dallas's garbage trunk, trunk GI system because you can pretty much dump whatever food in there, and it's gonna.
Maybe,
it's gonna
probably
stink.
my liver. It's probably worse than your guys. Let's go with that one.
Or you should donate a patch of skin, that shitty tattoo from that show that you like. You
donate that.
No, it's like right here.
It's gone now.
Donate my patch of
I got
skin.
it covered up.
Oh, okay. Good.
Well, all right. Nice. I like that. The only other bit of news I'll say quickly is that the AL batting champion Luis Ariz got traded from the Minnesota Twins, and the Miami Marlins gave them Pablo Lopez and I think there was like another player and some compensation or something, but do you guys know when the last time a batting champion was traded after the year he won it? Without trivia.
I bet I can guess.
Do it.
Oh, you fat fuck.
I want you to throw out your basket.
The first First answer that came to mind was Lou Brock, but I don't know if that's true.
I said the last one. I don't think that may have been. He may have been like one of the first ones, but I don't think it was the last one.
Pujols.
Oh no, there was only 2 ever. So the only other time was this time.
Oh, okay.
It was. It was a hint. It was from the Twins as well.
Joe Mauer?
No, because he never went and played anywhere else.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he got concussed and retired.
Yeah, it was traded to the California Angels.
Oh,
was it the Anaheim Angels?
The whole team. Jake, give me a second.
Benny,
hint
from
off your phone.
To the Angels.
Cheating.
Arguably one of the best hitters in baseball history. One of them. He was also a lefty.
Easy.
Is it?
I'm looking at
him. He had a fro.
I only know Kirby Puckett, so I got nothing.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, guys! All right, his name was Rod Carew.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name.
Okay.
I was looking. I was picturing his head, picturing his face.
It was right there. You almost had it.
Right there.
But yeah, that was the only other time a batting champion has been traded the offseason after he won it.
Classic Carew thing.
Classic.
Very Twins. Very Twins.
And the last thing is, I don't want to necessarily get into our World Series picks, obviously, in January. But Brandon Belt, who just signed with the Toronto Blue Jays, went on the record on an interview and said, we should be the World Series favorites this year. Is that a bit of a stretch?
Mets.
Yes, and also, how soon after signing with the team do you get to call yourself we? Because he probably hasn't even hung out with any of those guys yet. You don't get to be a fucking we yet. At least let the first spring training night go by, like where you're sleeping together, chilling in Arizona or Florida for the first time. You know what I mean?
It breaks the culture,
dude. It's number one.
It's a little early to be dropping wees, and it's a little earlier than that, to be predicting a World Series title.
I think it's a little clingy to do it so soon.
It's a very pick-me move.
They're gonna
pick me, Blue Jays
they're
fans.
gonna instantly trade
I love you.
They're like, nah, get rid of him. We don't like that.
Yeah, we don't want you anymore. I mean, what do you expect a new guy to say? Like, no, I think we're gonna be average. Right. Like, if he's gonna say anything on this topic, of course he'll say we're the favorites. It's a 1-year deal, but still. Yeah. So I want to quickly talk about a couple things that kind of caught my eye over the last week in baseball. And this just happened a couple hours ago. Again, we record on Monday night. So Monday afternoon, I got an alert saying that the LA Angels, also known as the Anaheim Angels, are not being sold. They're not pursuing anyone to buy the team anymore. I know I told you right before the recording. What are your thoughts right away? The Angels not looking to be sold right now. Ben, what do you think?
I think it's more. He was definitely putting out feelers, right? Artie Moreno is their owner. We were kind of talking about it before we started recording. He bought the team in the early 2000s for like $180 million, which shows you how much the cost of things is different now. That a sports franchise is worth well over $4 billion. Probably. John had said that they were looking around $2.5 billion at least according to the article that he had seen, which is not cheap, No, it's not. But I think they were going to have a hard time convincing Shohei to stay. And I think that would be the biggest selling point that they have as an organization is him. because they've had a ton of money and just haven't spent it. They haven't put together a winning team around the guy before Shohei that was the best player in baseball, and he's still in the lineup batting right next to him. You know what I mean? And they still can't win dick. So it's just it's interesting. I wonder how much the Shohei aspect mattered in the decision to sell or not sell. But he is like 76 years old, which seems old, but he's rich, so he could live a lot longer. Like that's not like he's not a poor 76. He's a rich 76, and there's a difference. So we'll see. Yeah. He might be looking to sell the team because he knows he doesn't want to do this anymore, which means he could, the price could come down potentially, or there's the chance that he sticks to it because he wants to make that much money before whatever happens, whatever he does next in life. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think the Shohei signing or not re-signing is going to be the biggest determining factor when they inevitably try to sell again next offseason, whether Shohei's on the team or not.
So, John, do you think that they have any case to re-sign Shohei in the offseason, or is it really come down to next year how they do?
I mean, if you were Shohei, what would you do?
Well, I would leave, but...
Yeah, you're 30, what is he, 31, 30, 31, 29, he's like 29, 30, 31. He's not young. He's not 24.
True.
Go to a bigger market. Go to a team where you realistically have a chance to win a title. Like the Cubs or something. I'm just throwing names out there, right?
Right.
I don't think I would unless I got a promise they were going to build around me and not build around me with 64-year-old Anthony Rendon and whatever else bum pitching staff that they have. Right. That's what it would take for me to stay. I mean, you can throw $400 million at me, but if I'm not going to win, I don't think I care too much. I don't think the money's that important.
Yeah, I mean, in the statement that Art Marino released, he did say this. He said, "This offseason, we committed to a franchise record player payroll and still want to accomplish our goal of bringing the World Series championship back to our fans. We are excited about this next chapter of Angels baseball." I mean, like, the one thing I would ask is, who did they bring in that that anyone besides baseball nerds would know? Like, I'm not going to make a difference.
Do you think they? I mean, so they have Trout and they have Shohei, and they have Southern California. What else do they have to offer teams or to players to come there? Like marquee players to come there. You're going to be in the shadow of the Dodgers, right? That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
They haven't, to John's point, they haven't shown any ability to put a winning pitching staff around ever. It was John Lackey, and then I'm thinking Jared Weaver, and then Shohei. And that's like three guys over a 20-year span, which isn't sick. That's not great. So they clearly haven't shown the biggest effort into putting a winning team out there. And I think that makes it hard to attract other players of winning quality. I think you attract what you put out there into the world, and they're not putting out a consistent winning product, so they're not going to win free agents to come there. If it was between the Angels and, I don't know, the Cubs, let's just throw it out there, you would take a team that's won more recently, or that's, I don't know. I guess it depends on the player, but in order for them to sell the team, I think it's going to be someone's going to have to dump a shitload of money.
Yeah, it is. Dels, I know you're not huge on this, but let's speculate. Is he worth $500 million because he'd be the first athlete ever, would you willingly give someone who's thought of as like this era's Babe Ruth $500 million?
What's the highest right now?
Mike Trout's contract is for like 450, 460.
Yeah, why not? It's only a couple. Fuck it. You're in the business of having fuck around money. You might as well use it. Like,
hold on. Speaking of that, do you guys know who has the three largest contracts in the world in terms of total value? What they are?
I'm gonna say the Saudis.
Ronaldo's 2, but he also signed with the Saudis, so that doesn't really.
Oh wow,
Saudi money, bitch.
Yeah.
I think they're going to sponsor our podcast. We're going to get that Saudi money on the podcast.
Yeah, no, we definitely are not.
Down.
He makes $7 million per game that he plays.
Per game?
Ronaldo?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who else is on the list?
I gotta think it's either Messi or Mbappe.
Yeah, Messi, his current contract is $674 million across 4 years. So do the math.
All right.
Good for, look, if you can make the money and someone's willing to pay you, then fucking make every dollar, because I would if I could, and you would if you could, and the other two, you guys both would.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
I'm
so
not
like,
that.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, go out there, make every dollar you can. So Shohei, if somebody's going to pay him $500 million, I would sign in blood. I would sign immediately.
Yeah. I'd like.
John,
I would touch.
Yeah.
I would touch.
So you said 674 for 4 years.
Yep.
What does that come out to per year? I'm not good at math right now.
Yeah, $168.5 million a year. But he only makes $4 million per game, so he's less than Ronaldo.
I can find a way to spend it.
You said only, and now you vomited. Like,
yeah, Ronaldo is $214 million a year.
Oh my!
Which is just I don't know what to do with that kind of money.
Yeah, but who's got better abs, me or him?
Him.
I don't know.
Man, fuck you.
Oh, this is a wild. I'm reading the list, just the full-on list. Basketball players are nowhere near.
No, and football players are going to be even further down that list.
No, they have a salary. They have a salary cap. So who's number 3?
Mahomes, actually. His is worth, but he signed for like 10 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the guarantee on it? Was it all? It wasn't fully guaranteed, right?
No. I know it doesn't say. I don't have the details in front, but it's 10 years, $500 million, something like that.
Yeah.
And what he'll do is he'll opt out in 3 years and re-sign a bigger one. So it doesn't matter.
You'll never believe it, though. Numbers 7 through 10, they're WNBA players.
Canelo, Triple G. Who is it? What box was on that?
Canelo, yeah.
Wait, it's not Jake Paul?
No, I'll refresh this list in about 3 months and it'll be Jake Paul. By himself.
Good for him. You can.
Is it good
If
for him?
someone's gonna pay you the money, fuck it. No one's gonna turn down money. So shit. Do what you gotta do. Jake Paul, give me money, bro. I'm with you.
Didn't know you're such a big Jake Paul stan.
I'm not, but his brother is a pretty decent pro wrestler, so I'm a him fan. Logan, that one.
Sorry.
All right.
Look my ass.
Wow, there is a lot of anger about Jake.
No, this
Jake
is
and
just a
Logan
friendly
Paul.
conversation between John and I. That's all that is.
This is pretty normal, to be fair.
Okay, so I thought I'm not clearly as angry as Ben is at the moment, but when I heard this next statement, I was not angry, but I was more confused because we talked about this last episode, Ben. So I want your reaction first, and then I want the other guys to jump in. So Andrew McCutchen signed a 1-year deal to the Pirates. Now, all of us are Cubs fans, but let's just regardless, Cubs fans or not, I want to hear this quote, and I want your reaction. So, Ben, you'll go first. He said this. He said, "I'm not here on a farewell tour. I'm here to play. I'm here to help this ball club win." He also went on to say he was actually there because the farm system was so good. He actually believes the Pirates could sneak up on people. Ben, how ridiculous is that statement?
I mean, what's he supposed to say? Yeah, I signed was the team because they were the only ones that were going to give me a contract.
He was supposed to not comment on it.
He got asked. I mean, if he gets asked a direct question, you can't just be like, "Why did you sign with the Pirates?" No comment. Awesome. Like, okay, but I get what you're saying, Jake. I get what you're saying. I'm saying that he has to say that. You have to believe that you're going to win. Like, I think he knows that that's a crock of shit, just like we all know that it's a crock of shit. But you have to say that you think you're going to win. No team goes into the league, it goes into the season being like, oh, I can't wait to finish, 57 and whatever, and, finish dead last in the division. Every team goes in expecting that they're going to win or expecting that they're going to compete, and that's what he's supposed to say, especially as the veteran guy that they brought in. It's incorrect because they are terrible and they will lose 100-plus games. So he's wrong. But that's also what he's supposed to say as the guy that they're bringing him in to do, and that position that they're bringing him in to fill on the team. But like I said, like if somebody that the Cubs signed, if the Cubs signed some schmuck ass old outfielder to come in and he was like, "Hey, we're going to win the division," you could be like, "Okay, the Cubs at least have a competitive roster." With the Pirates that's not the case. They might have a talented young farm system. Andrew McCutchen will not be on the roster when those guys are up on the roster, because they will have taken his spot on the roster. So good luck to him. He seems like an awesome guy. I don't know if he's going to be in one of those guys that's in the good but not great Hall of Fame, I think, when all is said and done in his career. But he'll get his number retired by the Pirates, and he'll be a legend in Pittsburgh forever. So God bless him, do your thing. But he, that's what he's supposed to say, but he's wrong.
What if he actually believes it, though? What if like you guys said last week, you guys were saying, the city's embraced him and, going back is a cool thing. And maybe he's just riding this emotion wave right now. He's just really fucking pumped to go home and play. And he's like, man, we're going to fucking do this. And he could be wrong and a little delusional, but maybe he believes that shit.
But he's played on good teams since.
Maybe.
He's playing on a decent team.
And what happens when it's July and it's 105 degrees and they're 30 games under 500 and he's sitting there like, what the fuck did I get myself into coming to play in Pittsburgh for another year? I wish I would have listened to Thick Dick Johnson and not signed here. Or I hope the Pirates trade me.
Or
that's what he's going to say.
How old is he now? Does he have many good years left in him?
No, dude, that's what's crazy. He's like our age. He's literally 34, 35. And we're talking about him like he's some old dusty bitch. This fucking dinosaur. Dude, my knees hurt when I get up out of this chair at the end of this podcast. I can't imagine trying to play baseball.
I was sitting on a low couch earlier and legit, I stood up and my ankles were like, why? God damn.
Why are you squatting so low? Why are you dipping so low, bro? We squat 105.
Why are you squatting for fucking hours? And I was like, dude, I need to prep myself before standing up. I need to crack my shit up and then finally stand. You
gotta get your hands on your knees, get into a power stance.
I need to look into life insurance soon. That's what I need.
Make sure your wife's there with her hand on your back to brace you. She gotta stand up.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
We are all married men. We all know what that is.
We all get it. We get it.
We get it.
Get it, bro. But I'm just gonna ask this because I feel like it's who's gonna be worse in the division, but who's actually going to be worse, the Reds or the Pirates?
It's always hard.
I think the Reds will.
It's always hard.
I think the Reds will be worse.
Hey, Pirates are in 4th place then.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's better than 5th.
It's true. It's
not as good as
pointless. It's
not as
you know. That's what I like. That's why I like the movie Mr. 3000, for as absolutely ridiculous as it was. The one thing that they had right was like a shitty team like the Brewers might try for third place. In that movie, they were trying to get third place. And it was like, that's believable. They would sign a 45-year-old guy to come play first base and try to win third place. That's what Milwaukee is. Ass. It just sucks. All of it is terrible. Fuck them all.
All this hate.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure if you've heard this on the podcast, but Ben has a rivalry now, or just hatred with Milwaukee.
No, he has a rivalry with the whole city.
Beef with Milwaukee forever.
Milwaukee. It's a cool city. It's terrible in sports.
Nope.
Terrible.
Ben thinks all of it.
Until they break into your fucking car. Until they break into your car, John.
Ben is just mad that he got broken into one time, and it's the worst. The worst place.
Jake, I tell you what, if I got murdered one time, I would still be upset about it. Okay? All it takes is one time, though.
You wouldn't be upset. You'd be dead.
Well, then I hope someone else would be mad on my account.
And you wake up dead.
Be mad. How do you wake up dead? He was alive when you went to sleep.
That's some serious shit right there.
That's a good movie. It's not a good movie. It's a terrible movie, but it's a funny scene. Funny scene in a bad movie.
All right,
last week. Oh, sorry, Jake.
No, real quick. Remember that for the end, because I genuinely want you to. All right, so real quick. World Baseball Classic, we'll bring it up every episode, coming up to the actual game starting. The first game is actually technically March 7th at 10 p.m. Central. That's our time. But it's at 10 p.m. Well, if anyone's listening not from
all of our Russian listeners.
If you go to where now people are listening in North Carolina, it is not 10 p.m.
That's true.
So
hello to our friends over the pond. It's way behind you.
Shut up.
What pond is that?
It's across the pond. First off, not over the pond.
Over the pond.
I don't through the pond. Why don't we go through the pond?
The Titanic tried that. Didn't work.
Going through it.
Go ahead, Jake.
Are we good?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
World Baseball Classic. Hey, Dal, you're about two comments away from being muted, so let's calm down a little bit.
Don't threaten me.
I'm just saying. All right. This was a serious debate. Does the American team potentially have the best lineup in the WBC? I won't even read you their lineup because I have one to just ask you, are they better than this team? All right, so this is another team in the WBC. Leading off is Starling Marte, then Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Rafael Devers, Jose Ramirez, Jeremy Pena, Gary Sanchez, and Julio Rodriguez. Do you think maybe America is not the best team in the WBC?
Was that the lineup for France that you were reading off?
Yes.
The French lineup?
They're all French. Yeah.
Good for them. No, they look strong this year. I think America has a chance, as always. I think we had a competitive team last year. I guess last time we did it.
Yeah, the last time they won it.
Which was fun. I was actually in Milwaukee when that happened.
Of course.
I was. When Andrew Jones robbed Manny Machado, I was watching that game live in a diner. Dallas was there, sitting 2 spots next to me. Coco sitting in between us. We gave $0 in tip because it was the worst service. I've ever had in my life. So fuck Milwaukee. Okay, there's one. There's one. Two, I think as we talked about last week, Jake, I'm always going to go with my three main teams, which is America, Mexico, and Korea. So I've got to go with those three. Those are the three that I'm rocking with. I think the DR, which is the team that you just listed, obviously is crazy stacked, loaded.
Oh.
But the DR always seems crazy stacked and always loaded.
You're right.
And Japan won it, the first ever World Baseball Classic. The first two. So there you go. I mean, you can never count out them because they're always super loaded just because they're not household names or players that we see on a regular basis because the Japanese Baseball League is so strong and is so talented. There are so many good players over there. I just think it's anybody's ballgame. I really do. It's going to be super fun to watch. The DR team looks stacked. I can't wait to see the have they released all the pitching or the full rosters yet?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, once we get the full rosters and the pitching comes out, we'll really see and be able to match up who's who. But I mean, it looks good. DR looks good.
Yeah. John, so far on the podcast, we've talked about the World Baseball Classic and everything that kind of is surrounding it this year. Actually, coming back for the first time in, was it 6 years ago?
I think so.
I
think it was supposed to come back probably 2 years ago, and then COVID.
Right.
Yeah, COVID.
They just kicked it down the line.
I mean, still a thing, but yeah. John, do you think
yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, well, that's true. Not Dallas, but Ben. All right, that's true. All right, so John, do you have any memories of the World Baseball Classic like apparently Ben does from Milwaukee, of all places?
I think Ben just has memories of Milwaukee. Doesn't matter what's going on. I don't get really big into it. I will say Javi's tag last time when he threw the guy out at second and Javi tagged him without looking and started celebrating before he tagged him. I think that's like my favorite World Baseball Classic moment ever. But yeah, that's just it's Javi being Javi. I know he's not great anymore, but he's still fun. And on a stage like that, he's going to show off. Like he might hit 115, but he's going to have like two really cool plays and a cool slide. And a home run.
Strike out 40 times.
Strike out 45. You know what? But Moneyball.
And Sister Jean will strike his ass out, like in that perfect meme.
You say Sister
or whatever
Jean?
That is.
Yes.
Video,
yeah, that's a great meme.
Sister Jean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Speaking of Puerto Rico, I looked at their roster. I don't think they have an outfielder who was born in the 1900s or in the 2000s. Like,
don't.
It's so bad.
Oh,
it's
that
so
hurt.
It's
you
so
called it the 1900s, bro.
It did sound like that sounded ancient the way you described it, but then
yeah,
you know what I meant.
No, I did, but it still sounded horrible.
Alex Rios is apparently. Oh wait, unless I'm looking at an old roster.
Or at least are you
Alex
looking
Rios on here?
OG roster?
No, I guess
Puerto
it says
Rico
Javi on
has
the
to
top.
have younger players, dude.
Not sure.
I mean, you want to look it up? By all means.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
with?
I'm not sure who's on Team Puerto Rico this year, but I guarantee they're going to be at least decent.
They're going to be
this is
competitive.
an old roster. Yeah, my bad. I'm a year behind. The American roster has like R.A. Dickey on it. So.
Yeah.
No, he's coming back. The knuckleball is coming back. The former Cy Young Award winner, thank you. The Raw Man. Oh la la.
So we'll actually talk about it every episode while it's happening. We'll keep up to date. I think it's kind of like the Olympics in this way, is that people will just solely watch their country maybe play a game. And because America is not the only place that loves baseball, I'm pretty interested to see the numbers of who from around the world is watching and whatnot. I think that'll be fun to see. Yeah, like Shohei told Mike Trout that Shohei said, "I'm not even the best player on Japan."
Thanks.
So if that's true, that's scary.
Kosuke Fukudome out there, baby.
Seiya Suzuki, bro.
Him too.
I'm gonna say no, but
Kazo Matsui, Hideki's brother.
You could be making that up, and I had no idea.
He existed.
Kazuma Suzuki's he's a real person. He definitely did.
Okay. All right. So NFL, Ben. I know. Obviously, you watched the NFL playoffs this weekend. What was your thoughts about the games?
Pretty good games. John Boy, I want to hear what you thought. Because I know you watch as much football as I do. So,
they were bad. The games were bad.
You didn't have a good time?
No, I mean, they were fun, but, like, watching the Bills get blown out the way they did was no fun. The Cowboys game, I guess, was close, but it was ugly.
Cowboys suck nuts. That's what
we
discussed last week.
What's up?
Oh, you kind of broke up for a second. I was saying the Cowboys suck nuts.
It's just presenting the best. Oh, yeah. That's pretty
good. You are having real Indiana internet right now.
That's Ben.
That's not me,
That's cut out for me.
That's all you.
The other three of us can't hear you. Fucking sound like Optimus Prime's. I was going to say something bad. You sound like Optimus Prime's brother.
Don't. Man, you gotta stop. You gotta have some self-control, Ben. Come on.
Wait, sound like what? I want to hear.
Okay, what I was saying is Joe Burrow, I talked to McNeil about this earlier, I think he's the second best quarterback in the league behind Mahomes. So that's not surprising. Yeah. That's a great matchup. The Bengals beat the Bills. The Bills are still a decent team. I still think the Bills are a good team. It was weird that it was a snow game and that they looked so unprepared, but I also think that whole weather football team shit is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
And antiquated and outdated.
Cincinnati's also cold, but
yes, exactly. It's like you mean the tropical climate of Cincinnati, Ohio?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that tropical fucking wonderland that they can't handle snowy environment. Absolutely ludicrous. You know, it's like some of the players on Buffalo might not have ever played in the snow. Guess what? You figure it out. It's one game. You figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. So I just think the whole cold weather thing is antiquated, and the Bears need to move away from it, and the Bills eventually need to get an actual stadium with a retractable roof. Let those guys play. That being said, watching Dallas get their asses kicked was awesome.
Do you guys think that baseball should all be played in domes also? Because it can get really, really hot in some areas. Like, I think that you guys advocating for domes is the dumbest shit. Like, football is played outside.
What place is really, really hot? In what place is really, really hot in baseball that doesn't have already have a dome? They have a dome.
Wait, LA doesn't.
Miami doesn't get that hot.
Okay. LA gets
that hot.
Very, very hot. And
Texas.
Okay, but we also said, Dal, if you remember, when we were doing our stadium rankings, the Angel Stadium sucked ass and the Dodger Stadium sucked ass.
But they're still very hot.
You know why? Both of those stadiums need to be remodeled, and they could put fucking domes on them,
but don't.
Which would solve your issue.
I just don't think. I think that they should be playing a ball game in the elements. That's just tradition. That's just how it's played.
It's how God made it.
It's just silly. Like,
the tradition.
That's just silly. Then don't play in the rain. Like, that's
fine,
just
don't
so
play in the rain.
Dumb. Like, that's just dumb to me. Play in the elements. Like,
you don't want the best version of the. You don't want, if you're paying your money to go see a football game, you don't want the best version of that football game.
To be playing in a controlled environment. Like, it's like the game has been played outdoors forever, and that's how it should stay.
Okay, and those games are also 9-6 Super Bowls. That's not entertaining for anyone.
True.
You're not going to sell money. You're not going to make.
That's not true. Like, just because
No, go look back at the. Why do you think they did it? Why do you think they transitioned to
because
indoor stadiums for the Super Bowl every year?
Because it'll sell more tickets.
That's all money.
No, it's not. Then you're asking for the players in their best situations, but you just said that it was a money decision then. So it doesn't matter about how the players are playing. The NFL is just trying to sell tickets because it's a nice.
I'm saying it's a smart decision for both of the teams to invest in indoor stadiums that are going to provide the best environment for your athletes.
I think that's lame.
And I think, in order to bring in more money, you need to have an indoor stadium because you can have events year-round, which is also why I said the Bears need to have an indoor stadium.
They all have basketball teams. Most of them will have basketball teams, so they'll have an arena for indoor.
Those stadiums don't hold the same, Dal. I'm going to use WrestleMania as an example.
I don't care.
The UC holds 40,000. WrestleMania, they're trying to hold.
It doesn't matter to me.
100,000.
Seats doesn't
so
matter.
We're right, but what I'm saying is that we're arguing things that aren't that we're you're not. I'm not going to change your mind. You're going to change my mind.
So knock it off.
No, what I'm saying is indoor stadiums. Every indoor stadium that you want to build in the South already has a fucking dome to manage the heat.
I don't.
That's why Arizona plays in a dome. That's why they had the first retractable roof because it's fucking hot.
That's silly.
Whatever, Jake. Go ahead.
No, I just add in the biggest soccer stadiums in the world do not have domes.
What climate are they in?
They're not in any better
England,
climate.
Mexico. I mean, if you're looking for hot ones,
like Germany, and pretty
Germany's
much
more temperate. England's more temperate. You're not fucking playing.
England is more temperate.
Mexico?
What I'm saying is you're not playing in 180 degree weather in England. You tell me when it gets over 75 in Birmingham, they have a fucking meltdown.
They played World Cup in Qatar, and they just played later in the days. Like
they also played in the middle of winter, basically.
So figure it out.
Count for
play when it's okay. Then I don't know. Fucking change the football season if you're such a hard on.
Oh yeah, let's just move the football season around. Yeah.
So you understand that instead of just building a dome, you want them to rearrange the entire organization.
You guys already know how I feel.
The seasons according
how I feel about how domes get built. I don't approve of anyways. So yeah, just change the season.
Very anti-domist.
No, I am. I am very anti-dome. Play in the weather.
You would hate Notre Dame.
Play in the weather.
I hate Notre Dame.
Why do you hate Notre Dame?
Well, John was making a Golden Domers joke, and I just hate Notre Dame because of all the fake religious people. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it. It's a whole thing. But
that's fair.
Anyways.
Man.
Yeah, so we went from heated argument to whatever.
No, well,
the argument's so hot it needed a dome to be built.
Yeah. Like it just doesn't make any money. It doesn't make any sense. Why you wouldn't want to make the most money?
No, Ben, I think you said what you meant. Mix the money. You're right.
No, it makes all the money all the time, always. That's why you do it. It makes no sense to leave it open to the environment. What the fuck sense does that make?
Yes,
whatever.
It does.
No, it doesn't. So because they didn't have the technology to build a fucking dome, to play like a real game in a real roofed-in stadium when they were first creating baseball. Dude, do you realize they used to let people just stand in the fucking outfield? Like there was no outfield fence. Okay, they changed shit because you realize that things don't work. Okay? And then for some reason, and this is just a bigger than baseball topic, for some reason we want to drag our feet when it comes to weather-related things. We still want to believe like it's all so hard to understand.
Don't make this climate change.
No, but that's what it is. That's what it is.
Build a dome.
Because if we had domes, build a dome.
Over the
I'm
country.
saying
around
utopia.
the world.
You're going to play this video in 2300 when everything is domed. And it's going to be like, I was the reason. I started it. I was the Doma Revolution, the Domavution. That's not even a word. I don't even know what I just said.
They're going to name after you.
Yeah. From the Ben Domes. Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadome.
Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Yeah, that's what the Dallas Cowboys doctor reminds me of. Every time he comes walking on the field with an injured cowboy, there's this old fucking guy in this big white 10-gallon hat. Like, Doug Dimmadome ass, get your ass, get over on the fucking sideline. I don't trust you. He reminds me of like James Woods and Any Given Sunday, like the dirtiest team doctor in the biz. He's like, oh, these are Tylenol. Psych, it's morphine, and I'm gonna inject you with everything, all the time, always.
I would love to. I need to watch that movie now that I'm older.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I would love to.
I would love to inject some morphine.
I was like, I would love to do hardcore drugs right now.
Oh,
That's
man.
so funny.
Actual football. No. The more this gets dragged on, the more heated Ben will get. So let's.
You guys seen those Salt Life stickers on like people's cars? More than
they look like
anything, I want to make a Dome Life sticker for Ben right now. I don't know how to make stickers.
There we go. We can figure it out. That'll be our first merch.
Dome Life.
Wasn't that
no sense?
Wasn't that the premise for the Simpson movie? Was they just put a dome over Springfield in that movie?
We're gonna have a dome over every city, over the country.
Hey, it was in Avengers. He wanted to build a thing around the Earth, right? Same thing.
Well, it wouldn't have worked because that snap still would have caught his ass.
Dang.
You know, the snap still would have. You know what I mean? Like you could have whatever you wanted around the Earth. The snap's still coming.
Snap's still coming. Didn't consider that.
Sounds like a 90s rap song. I don't know why, but anyway. So, anything else you guys got? Or do you want to end on this heated note?
No, this is what I was going to ask earlier. Have you guys all watched The Last of Us?
Yes.
No.
Not yet.
Like any of the episodes, or just not episode 2?
No, I haven't watched any of it yet.
Did you play the games?
I did not. I just got a PS5 though, so
hey, congratulations!
It'll be on the list soon.
Congratulations. So there's fast like monsters in it, and it makes you the age old question of fast zombies versus slow zombies, right? So like think World War Z versus The Walking Dead, right? It makes me feel like The Walking Dead would be a walk in the park.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just like slowly like those dudes in World War Z and in The Last of Us are just like hauling ass.
It's crazy.
Like hauling ass. I would die so quick right away. Hester and I were talking about this earlier because as she was getting ready to leave for work, there was like hella helicopters. Like a ton of helicopters.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, there was a zombie out in the stairwell.
Yeah.
I let her go, but I was like, be safe. Be careful. You know, if he starts getting a little bitey.
A little handsy, let me know. Yeah, I got you.
Smack him. No, but there was a ton of helicopters. And every time I hear helicopters overhead, it makes me think, A, we're getting invaded. Or B, like a zombie outbreak, something crazy's happened. Right? Because every time you're in a movie, helicopters go overhead. And then the cars start exploding. And then there's mass panic in the streets and people are running. And before I know it, I'm infected, right?
That's fair.
That's what I would just do the moment that shit started going down and we were like, oh, there's something. I would just, done. I'm not dealing with this. I don't have it in me. I don't have that dog in me to survive a zombie apocalypse. For what? So, what's on the other end of that life? What's on the other end of that rainbow that's better for you in your 80? Let's give you a good 80 years. Right? What's better for you in year 79? Where you're like, oh, this is gonna be okay. This is gonna get back to normal. No,
a cure,
brother. It took us how long?
I'm just saying.
I don't think we're getting a cure.
Yeah.
You can't even say the V word on YouTube without getting taken down. So like,
you're gonna get demonetized.
Oh my gosh.
So
I mean, we're not making money. It's okay.
Oh. On that note, I'm just gonna
Vaccine. No. Lightning just starts sticking everybody. Comes running through.
That is what I do actually in my free time.
Just run up to people in malls and stick them with needles.
What's in them? Nobody knows.
He's not allowed in. He's not allowed in free states.
Could be a vaccine. Could be morphine. You know.
Depends which doctor.
Yeah. True that.
I've not played any of the Last of Us games. I did, however, play the Uncharted games, and I saw that movie. It's a video game that got made into a movie. Okay,
it was a
thing.
It was a fun movie. It was a fun movie.
Did you like the movie?
Yeah, it was Tom Holland doing Tom Holland things.
Mark Wahlberg doing Mark Wahlberg things.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't know if it's good, but it was fun.
Can I hear everybody's?
Was he out of breath in every scene?
I know you all have one.
Say hello to your mother for me. I just did it. It's like, say hello to your mother.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
Say hello to your mother for me.
That's pretty good too.
That is.
Do you like him in more serious roles, or do you like him in more comedic roles? Because he has the ability to do both.
Do you think?
You know, he's funny in the other guys. He's funny in the other guys.
Give me Bob Lee swagger all day long.
Bob Lee swagger.
Swagger.
Give me Danny Glover's list in that movie, and only Danny Glover's list. Swagger.
What is that?
You ever seen Shooter with Mark Wahlberg? He's like a sniper.
Like once or twice.
Yeah. So Danny Glover. Spoiler alert on a 20-year-old movie. He plays the bad guy, and he's got a pronounced lisp throughout the entire movie. And so the main character's name is Bob Lee Swagger, which obviously is heavy S in the beginning of that. So he goes Swagger, Bob Lee Swagger throughout the whole movie. Drives me nuts. And the movie makes no sense. Michael Pena's in it. He's just doing Michael Pena shit. He's awesome. I love that guy.
That's the only role he plays in every movie.
Dude, he's perfect in it too.
Yeah.
You need that guy in every role. Like I've never seen him in a movie and been like, oh, I could do without him. He's always like just the perfect amount of whatever he's bringing to it. Like even what was that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal? That was End of Watch. That was really good. That was actually really good. He was really good in that. And that was like a more serious role, but he was also still pretty funny in that too.
He was also in Crash.
Yes, that was his big break. I think.
Yeah,
that was serious.
Yeah,
and he was good.
But then he was also in Ant-Man, and he's completely ridiculous.
Loved Ant-Man,
you know,
because of him.
I love that.
And then, like, he was in season 2 of Eastbound and Down, where he plays the owner of the baseball team that Danny McBride plays for, and he's so goddamn funny in that movie or that TV show. As a baseball show, we should talk about it more.
we could try that.
Jake, I don't know if you've actually seen it, but it's
I've not.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know if it's your speed, but it the season two takes place in Mexico, and he's like pitching in the Mexican baseball league, and he's running a cockfighting ring with a little person and this guy who speaks Spanish, and the little person's from like Pakistan. He's not even Spanish, but he's pretending to be Spanish. Dude, it's insane, but it's so goddamn funny. Michael Pena plays the owner of the baseball team that Danny McBride plays for, and pops up in a couple episodes. And it's fantastic. It's really good.
So I'm guessing it's kid friendly.
Definitely.
Super not.
Definitely
not. Maybe other people's kids. Don't let your kid watch it. Watch it on an airplane, and let other kid watch it over your shoulder.
Okay.
No, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I'm not convinced that wasn't a pitch that makes me want a cockfighting ring.
Yeah.
Maybe not my
Listen here, you big beautiful bitch. Watch this show. That might be actually. I think.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm convinced.
Line
now I got it
from the show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try it out.
Yeah. It's on HBO. It's easy. It's a comedy.
You sold me. Yeah.
I think it's like
great.
30 minutes.
Sounds
it's
great.
just 30 minutes an episode. It's like.
Yeah, so season 1, Jake, is actually like Will Ferrell's in it. Craig Robinson's in it. It's like it takes place in America. It's Kenny Powers like figuring shit out, and then end of season 1 happens. Season 2, he ends up in Mexico, and then there's like 4 seasons in total. So he goes back to America at the end of season 2, and then so it's good though. But it's like it's a really easy watch. It's a comedy, 30 minutes.
It's about a major league pitcher that goes back.
Fucks it. He's essentially what was that dickhead on the Braves? John Rocker. Imagine John Rocker, but funny. Like if they made a real life shitbag, but they made him like a comedic version of a real life shitbag.
Are we going to just ignore how Dallas looks right now with that thing massaging whatever area that is?
I'm not massaging.
With that huge. Yeah,
that's the club.
This thing's awesome. Benny turned me on to this.
Wait,
it's the thing.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that
Jake,
cost?
It's like $15 on Amazon. It's not bad. Mine came in 2 pieces. You just snap it together, and it's one big bar. Jake, so this is the piece I was talking about. All right, I woke up this morning with a head cold. Okay, I feel a little bit better. I did take Dayquil. This is the piece, and this is how it works. Right. Take it, turn it on, and you just go right here, and you just on your sinuses.
What is happening?
And then eventually, I will snot a whole bunch of boogers out of my nose.
That's all.
And you do it on this side too, and it feels really good. It feels really good. And then you can also get it above your eyes, like on the sinuses up here.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I would suggest anybody does it. I am a doctor. You can trust me. I am licensed in Nevada.
Gosh.
I go by the name Diego Spicy Wiener.
Carlos Spicy Wiener?
DDS.
Hey, you guys like wings?
Carlos Spicy Wiener. Do you like chili dogs?
What do you say?
Chili
dogs.
I like chili dogs too. Do you like onions on chili dogs?
Yeah. I think they have to be on there.
John?
No.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say some stupid shit like that.
I also don't like hot dogs, but that's a different discussion.
See, I knew you were going to say some stupid shit like that.
No, John, you have to explain that.
I haven't liked him since I was a kid.
John doesn't like phallic things around his mouth.
Do you not eat any phallic foods? Is that what it is? Are you so hyper masculine? Are you so alpha you can't even eat?
Like that stuff that Dal had earlier. I can't eat that.
Too dick shaped.
Yeah.
He was pretty dick.
You know what kind of foods are shaped like
you gotta cut it at a corner.
It was cheesy.
You gotta cut it at an angle. Make you not look like a dick.
By the way, Ben, just so you know, this is all in the podcast.
Good.
Yeah, we're not.
I want you to.
We're going free.
I'm gonna put these all on cassette and give them to Ben's daughter at her 13th birthday.
So, as we talked about, it was my birthday.
Happy birthday, Ben!
Thank you so much. In between these episodes, that last week's and this week's, so I have seen your mother. I said, say hello to your mother for me.
Yeah.
I saw your sister.
Yeah.
It was nice. They gave me some wonderful gifts. My wife bought me a new hot sauce. It's everything but the bagel hot sauce. And it's so damn wonderful. It is incredible. It's literally the best flavored hot sauce I've ever had. So good. And I put a sticker on my water bottle and I was looking at it, and that's what made me think of it. But,
have you tried the what's the flavor? Everything but the bagel?
Everything but the bagel.
Have you tried that? They have a seasoning like that.
What the?
Like,
just put on everything. Yeah, I put it on my tuna that I had today. Thank you. I put everything but the bagel seasoning on the top of it. Yeah. Like that. Do you guys think open face sandwiches are tostadas?
Here we go.
Dallas insists that open face sandwiches are tostadas. How long have we been going? I can't even see the timer on this.
It's like an hour and 11 minutes. Because
okay, well, give me 4 more minutes of your time. Do you think tostadas are open face sandwiches?
Yes, obviously.
No.
you, Dell. You don't get the answer.
No.
Thank you.
Jonathan?
Sure. I've got no dog in this fight.
Well, have a dog.
Why are you including a dog's nose?
Mike Vick. Mike Will Major.
I mean, I'm going to eat them regardless of how you classify them, so.
So what I'm saying is, I had tuna on open face, like on just toast. Open, like I didn't close.
Can we talk about how open face is a dumb name?
That's what I'm saying. It's a tostada. It's not open.
It's just missing half the toast.
Stop calling it a tostada, because that's an entirely different thing. That's on a goddamn tortilla.
Yeah,
but
bread.
It's toasted bread, so I'm going to call it a tostada. You just toasted a tortilla.
But that's not what it is.
Then just call it a toasted tortilla.
This is a water bottle, but I'm going to call it a fucking shoe. That's not how it works.
If you want to.
My guy, you don't just get to rename
You just
stuff
copycat.
to better fit your narrative. It is, and while I agree open face is dumb, John, I'll give you that. That is what it is.
Yeah, it's not a tostada. No, tostadas?
Open face bread with everything
So that
but
our
the flavor
tostadas
seasoning, and it was
face sandwiches.
yes, just taco versions of open face.
So you're saying so
just Hispanic. I was going to say Hispanic versions of open
so
face.
it's an open face.
Latinx.
Latinx.
Yeah.
You can't say that in Arkansas. Sarah Huckabee will send you to jail. You're going to jail. I'm taking that dog ass up.
All right, I have no idea what that was. For the end of the
Jennifer
episode.
Coolidge. I'm taking
gosh.
that dog.
Oh my gosh. Ending the episode with a Jennifer Coolidge impression might be the weirdest way we've ended, but that's okay. Alright, so this has been episode 61 of the Family Base Pod. We will actually talk about baseball soon. Today, January is a weird month, you know? It's a weird month. So, Family Base Pod, my name is Jake.
I'm Dal.
My name is Ben.
I'm Gio.
You're changing names mid-episode.
I love a debut episode, Gio. Welcome.
Yeah. Keep it up. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, I swear we actually talk about baseball. It's not a myth. We do. We'll do that on a future one, and we'll get you back on. So we'll see you guys next week. Subscribe, like, comment, all that crap that you know what to do. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm Eden. Thanks for watching this episode of my dad's podcast. Check out the links in the description to follow the podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and the other social media. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell to let you know when there's a new episode. Thanks for watching or listening. Bye.